The Crowded Room is an Apple TV Plus limited series that came out just last year, and of course starred both Tom Holland and Amanda Seyfried. Just did a review on Amanda Seyfried's other series in recent years called The Dropout, and I immediately wanted to talk about this one as well, which I just finished watching a few days ago. I myself being a big Amanda Seyfried fan, I think she's one of the most genuinely good actors working today. And she just seems to be doing hit after hit from an acting standpoint for me. She's just on such another level that she's already beyond with her age. I think she's just amazing. And I've always liked Tom Holland a lot as well. And he had, I think, possibly his most difficult acting challenge at this point in his career. Which, if you know anything about the story going in or not, or even just the premise, you can see how it's gives him a lot to do, but almost in a bad way too. In terms of just the undertaking of it, I can only imagine from that standpoint. I know it's based on a real person. I know it's based on a book as well. I'm not going to pretend to know, what's all accurate or what's not in terms of that. But as a series itself, I thought it was really, really great. For some reason, this did not get very good reviews, and I'm not quite sure why. I know some MCU fans who only see Tom Holland as Peter Parker or Spider-Man were upset with it for whatever reason. Like he's not allowed to do anything else. And then there's certain people with certain directions and things about the character that are shown as it goes. Those sorts of people are just never going to be happy unless it's, straight and white, essentially. But we don't need to talk too much about that right now. This series is a really in-depth look at, mental issues, just psychologically damaged people. And I thought it was really authentically done for the most part. Tom Holland, of course, is at the center of it. And the first 2 or 3 episodes are some of my favorites of the show. Just seeing this kid's life and how that was portrayed, I think, could have been the series on its own. And that's one thing. It does become more and more as it goes in terms of what's going on and why. There's a part of me that preferred how things were in the first 2 or 3 episodes. Okay, this is so good, but then it becomes something else the more is revealed. So part of me wanted it to stay there, and I would have just taken a whole series or a movie about that specific part. But of course, I appreciate that it actually develops from there and becomes more and more complex as it goes. And it's really just a complete character study. And I think, again, I think it should have done really well from a critical standpoint. Amanda Seyfried, she's a professor, ends up being brought in to sort of, what's the word I'm looking for right now? Consult on Danny, as he's named in the show. And, she's a bit more of not a side character, but it's not really from her perspective as much until later parts of it. But I think she still does a fantastic job here, too. You have Emmy Rossum, who a lot of people know as Fiona from Shameless, and God, is she good. She is really an unsung, wonderful actress in her own right, and I think all 3 of them should have won an award for their parts here. I am completely serious. Emmy Rossum, she plays Tom Holland's character's mom, and just the sides to that and just the nuances of it, I was really impressed by Emmy Rossum after having loved her already from Shameless. I know some people complain about the age issue. There is no age issue. Think about it, Danny's supposed to be a teenager, right? And I think it said that the mom had him when she was 16. So yeah, it lines up. She'd be in her early mid-30s, and Emmy Rossum is. So I don't really get the issue. Probably because Emmy Rossum still looks pretty young herself, but what Emmy Rossum does here is completely different from something like Shameless. Even just the way she delivers lines and her voice and everything, it's really detailed, and just something that brings it all the more into just being believable. Jason Isaacs even has a bit of a part in this. I really like all the side characters that are orbiting Danny's life. I was really blown away at how engaging it was episode to episode. I could watch like 3 to 4 at a time. But yeah, really, really fantastic show. Definitely underrated, apparently, which is too bad. But yeah, so please do check it out. It's very moving by the end of it, too, I have to say. Disturbing in parts, and just really as interesting as I think they're trying to make it be. I think it succeeded. I do. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.